You're killing me, Smalls.
We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS shipping packages. I'm smoking weed out them packages. If I ain't got a gun, I'm stabbing it. I got some leftover lean in the cabinet. I can hit your little hoe when she happy. Poke on that pussy shit like it's a top in it. We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS doing the packaging. I'm smoking good ass weed out them packages. I can't lie 'cause I ain't capping it.
Welcome back to the DNA Podcast. It's your boy D.
It's your boy Antonio. Let's get to it.
This week we're going to discuss experience versus tenure in the workplace. This is something that all young adults is going to face when you're trying to break into a career. Hell, even an hourly job has its uphill battles.
Yeah, and I also kind of want to touch on like nepotism and like when people get jobs just because of who they know and who they're friends with. But we'll get into that.
And I want to speak on potential. All because somebody doesn't have experience don't mean they're not going to be good for the job.
Yeah.
So, which side you want to tackle first?
Let's go experience. I feel like that's the biggest hurdle for people to get over going to the workforce. So I know we've all seen the memes and the screenshots of Indeed posts talking about they need 10 years of experience, a master's degree, and they're only gonna pay $15 an hour. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm dead ass. I've had some literally in the marketing field looking for young adults 22 to whatever. We're looking for a 4 years master's and I think it was like 4 years of experience. How in the fuck did I get both? You're asking for roughly 8 years worth of separate stuff.
Yeah.
But you wanted
to be 22.
That's literally impossible.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess if you were a fucking phenom and you were just doing shit at like 16, maybe, but like, there's no way.
Yeah.
No realistic way.
And it's like, so I'm gonna touch on it because I helped out a little bit, and it's so when I helped with one of my internships, sports biz camps, their goal is to help kids find what they want to do quicker to kind of overcome that experience thing and just know what you want to do when you get to college. It was done by some of my professors when they realized, oh yeah, we asked y'all, and it dawned on us how many of y'all don't know what y'all want to do. Yeah, no shit. In Virginia, we don't even do those little bullshit career aptitude tests to even roughly point you in the direction. We don't even do that.
I mean, and those tests are like really flawed and fucked up. Like, they don't really show you what you actually might be good at. Because, like, you might say, like, oh, you should be a welder, but it doesn't, you could be good at something else. So,
yeah.
Maybe you should have a good counselor for school. Maybe that would be.
That too. And so we, people who love sports in the sports field, they're taking 9th through 12th graders, primarily trying to get them young in 9th, and just showing them around. We went on trips to baseball parks and talked with engineering, talked with radio hosts, talked with the marketing team, X, Y, and Z. And and some of those places are offering internships. Can't think of one specifically, but there's one place pretty much like ESPN in high school. They capture film, they let you do reporting, they let you do X, Y, and Z, all on an internship basis at either at your school or at another school. If you don't want to do it for your peoples or whatever, and that gets you the experience. So, like, I knew a girl that was in 11th grade. Well, a girl there that worked in 11th grade, she had more experience than me in marketing because she's been doing it since 9th. She hasn't even hit college yet. But, like, those programs are few and far between.
Yeah. And I think that's it touches that kind of touches on a topic we talked about before, the failures of the American school system. Like, to make people successful in the workforce. The school system is set up to make you a wage slave. That's how I feel about it. It's set up for you to take a lower paying position, and if you're lucky enough to be at a school that has that kind of opportunity for you, then you're gonna get ahead in life. But for the vast majority of us, it's not how it works. I kind of got lucky because I went to a school that had a pretty good culinary program. So I went into college already knowing half the shit I needed to know for freshman year.
Yeah. And my school had a culinary program, but we didn't even have the kitchen. You had to take a bus to go to the rival high school that had the kitchen to do the culinary program. So if you did that, you had to take up 2 periods, which limited your options doing other stuff. So most people like do that shit. Like, do you know the great effort I'm going through just to do that? And to touch on your point, I don't know what school is for. Like, I'm just going to be in America. I don't know what it's for. For me, I think it's just to reinforce white people, make them feel good about themselves. Only because if you want, I think the concept of school is great. I think that's what you need to make a society run. But when schools are run like ours, what's the point? Japan got school system right. I don't want to hear it's too tough, they take it too seriously. Guess what? Most people there have better jobs. Most of them are better at their jobs.
I mean, but Japan has their own issues with their work-life balance. So there's definitely a negative to their society.
Theirs is easier to fix.
I don't think so.
Shit, these niggas stupid. They ain't fixing that. Now, all the books in the world don't make a dummy smart.
But that's literally the point of schools, to make a dummy smart.
And that's why America's school system is...
But I'm saying that what you're saying is a contradiction.
Shit, America's stupid.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, literally what you just said is a contradiction.
So this is what I said. So, like, I know people who study hard, do this and that. And this is why America's school system is flawed in my book. It's, why are you getting graded for homework? That makes no sense to me. You're getting graded to use your fucking notes. Fuck them notes. Do you know that stupid ass shit or not? I had a C in a class making 90s and above on testing quizzes because they had because the testing quizzes weighed less than the homework. That's why America is so fucking stupid. When you at your job, you're pissed off at your job, right? Because you always got to hold their hands. Is that not what school taught niggas how to do?
I'm not saying that the school system is right. And yes, you are correct.
And that's why I don't hold no niggas' hands, because you're either sinking or swimming. If you go underwater, I'm drowning. So,
I think the school system does not set you up practically to be successful in the workforce. It sets you up to be at best a paper pusher.
And the only flip I need is just make the testing quizzes mean more. And most people don't do well on testing quizzes. You just gotta take the class thing. Retake the grade till you know the material. Till you know. In work, you don't get to go by because you tried hard. Oh yeah, I stayed up and I thought about the job. Did you do the job well or not? The bottom line is the bottom line. That's why sports to me means more than school. Did you do the job right? I don't care if you study. I don't care if you watch film. Did you do it right? Did my quarterback get hit? Yes. So whatever you did was wrong. Like, that's bottom line. Is the quarterback on his ass? Yeah, you were wrong. I don't care if you tried. I don't care if you...
Okay, but what if the person did everything right? What if...
You need to get the hell up out of here. This ain't for you.
What do you don't got no other option? You the only big nigga on the team.
Being a big nigga not blocking ain't worth a damn. I'm gonna go put that 120 nigga in. At least maybe he can get run over slowly. Maybe he can do that.
I'm just saying, sometimes you don't got a choice.
But we got off topic on experience and tenure. But I hate public school and I hate teachers.
We'll revisit this topic.
And I hate it with more passion. I don't love anything more than I hate public school. So, but I have no clue what we were talking about.
School's not setting people up for the experiences that they need to go into the workforce. Is what we were talking about.
And so, yeah, these programs that my professors have done, that's great. And when you see the work that they're doing, all I can think is it's a shame that 2 other people have to do the most for the kids to succeed. And it's just boom. Because like nothing else does it. Like I feel like if a marketing firm want people to have this experience, they should open up internships more to high school kids.
Yeah.
To get them this or that.
Yeah, but that would be an investment that they wouldn't see a return on until later in life. Later down the road, you know what I'm saying?
True.
But I mean, that's the problem with wanting a private company to do things for the community. They're never going to do that unless it affects their bottom line. You're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the place of government. That's the place of a governing body, because people only act in their own interest, right? It's the job of the government to act in the people's interest.
True.
Now, that's not how it usually works here in America, but that's how it should operate.
Yeah.
So, to ask a company to do charity for no real reason that doesn't really help them along in life,
Yeah.
as a company, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and so the experience part is kind of assed out, but the worst thing is when you get all the experience under the sun. Like, it's one thing to be asked out and not get the experience. It's another when you have it and still can't seem to find positions because they tend to want more. The experience you gathered is not specifically what the experience we're looking for.
Like your bare minimum of experience. Like, they say they want 10 years of experience. You have 10 years of experience. They really want 15.
Oh, and it's like oh yeah, we're looking for a talk show host. I've been in media for 10 years. I've done this but you're a radio guy. We're looking for somebody who did more TV.
You have the face for radio. Maybe you're just fucking with it.
It is like, so these 10 years of entertainment of this and that means not like it means nothing to, and so that's I'm more for experience over tenure, but I'm more specifically for potential, because you're gonna swing and miss. Like, if you go for people on what you think they could become, you could crash and burn, but you could give a person with 20 years experience the job and still crash and burn. So it's just a random toss up, basically. And so I'm just, and maybe because we're the little guys at the bottom, maybe I'm gonna feel different in 20 years when I've seen it and done it. But why wouldn't you give the young upstart who's excelled at everything you've had them do up until this point the shots?
You have to give people an opportunity to prove themselves as the better option. Like, if you never give someone the chance to say, "Hey, I'm better than this guy," if you always shut him out for being, less good just because of whatever.
I have an actual story on how I was given a job of I was not qualified for. I may have said this story plenty of times, but my homeboy John Major, if I haven't said his name before, he was managing at the Hornets. He needed a new assistant. He needed a assistant manager. He pretty much needed a partner. So he asked me to do it, and like their requirements had none of that. I had the fewest of minimum requirements they wanted in catering. Had less than that. They wanted 3 years. I was on my 8th month. Other management experience wanted 2 years. I was on 3 months. And so I was grossly underqualified. But like, they were so desperate. They took a chance because they liked John. And I was like, "We like you. You can find somebody." And so I got it, and so me and John, we hit it out the ballpark. This was in 2018, 2019. So up until that point, Hornets, that Spectrum Center opened, I think in the 90s. That's the one from the 90s. So I want to say like in 92, 93, maybe in 94, 95. But from the day it opened until when I was there, we had the highest grossing yields in that section. Now, we were still negative $1,000 in the hole. But the year before, it was negative 15,000. And like, we did that. John was kind of underqualified because he never really had to deal with numbers and do X, Y, and Z. but we did it. We were given the task and we rose and shone, as opposed to these other two old ass people who I hate, can't remember their name, but I feel like it's Reggie and Wanda. You can't be for certain. But
that's the funniest fucking name duo.
They had this other section. They were hating on us. Oh, you know when the old people at the job just be hating at every given point. Well, I swear to God, Reggie's ass gave me literally bad instructions on purpose before. So that's it is hating that shit. Their section grossed their lowest amount in a couple of years, and they've been there for like 4 or 5 years. And we made more money than them technically. And our first shot that they ever did in their 5 years. And it's just like, yeah, if only I was good at the job. Just imagine how good we would be if we were here for 5 years. And we both left and never went back after that 1 year. But imagine how good we would have been in 5 years. And imagine where y'all still be at in 10.
So, to piggyback off of your story, I want to touch on the nepotism thing. So, if you don't know what nepotism is, it is just like when you get a job based on who you know, what you know, or you know.
Funny
where you're from, school you went to, your family's rich.
For the longest time, I thought nepotism was only when you gave it to your nephew. I thought because like I've known uncles to give stuff to him and they called it nepotism. Oh yeah, that's what's called nepotism because he gave his nephew that shit. So I for the longest time I've been trying to figure out the words. Oh yeah, what if they didn't give his son? What's that called? It's called nepotism. Hey, this nephew.
Anyway, like some people will say that you getting that job would be nepotism because you knew John Major, right? And he gave you the alley. But I don't think it's the same. Like, to me, if I'm giving someone an opportunity, even if they're underqualified, it's because I see the potential in them and I know they'll be able to perform at a high level.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with giving somebody the opportunity to prove themselves.
John specifically chose me because he needed somebody else, check. He needed somebody that he meshed well with, check. And it was basically like he needed somebody who he could depend on in life. And it wasn't necessarily if I could do the job well or this and that. He just needed somebody who pretty much, if he would have picked somebody who was great at the job but he hated, would have made the job so much harder. So I was picked because he liked me. And I
don't think anything wrong with that
necessarily. Yeah, and it's like we did great, so there was no problem. I'd say no problem with nepotism. Of course, there's good and bad, but I have a problem with people who shouldn't have that ability. Like, oh yeah, the manager hired his son. The manager sucked at his job. How the hell is he hiring people?
Yeah.
But
it doesn't even have to be like family wise. It could just be y'all are friends and the person is grossly underqualified.
Yeah.
And does not have the ability or the potential to be good at the job. And you know it.
I feel like you're speaking from personal experience.
Oh yes.
Go ahead and tell the story.
So recently I have gotten a new chef at my place of employment. He is friends with the GM. They had worked together back in the olden days, and he is probably the biggest dumbass I've seen in my life, and a lazy one at that.
Yeah, so, you can't be both.
Yeah.
You literally can't be both.
All I'm saying is I was better off not having a chef and me rocking out everything by myself than him being here. That says a lot.
So, that's nepotism at its worst. And it's, I'm putting parameters on stuff, but like I guess nepotism at its worst is when there's no punishment for the nepotee, if that makes sense. Like the GM is not ever going to lose his job because the chef is horrible. That's a bad, I feel like, if I was horrible at my job, that would have frowned upon bad on John. Mm-hmm. Like, there's immediate kickback, and we might not be able to trust you because look at who you hired. That's how it should be. Yeah. But
that's
when you're,
not how it works.
I'm about to say, if you're at a position where, oh yeah, I knew he wasn't really good at the job, he just needed to get paid, and nothing can happen to you, Oh yeah, you're going to be pretty loose on giving out favors to friends.
I mean, and if you're into the like talk show, I don't know if you remember Megan McCain. You probably don't know who that is. She was John McCain's daughter.
Yeah.
Um, she literally got a show on The View. Got a position on The View just because she was John McCain's daughter.
She didn't last long, did she?
Yeah, she was up there for quite a while. She just recently got replaced.
Did she end up being good at it? Well, I know you don't watch it consistently, but
no. Well, she was the conservative voice on the panel.
She was the one that always went back and forth with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, the white one.
Yeah.
The white one with blonde hair. Yeah. And it made it even worse because every chance she got, she brought up the fact that she was John McCain's daughter, and like, we all get it. Like, you got this job because you're connected to a very powerful politician. We get it. We let it slide. We weren't gonna say nothing about it, but you keep bringing it up, so it's kind of fucking annoying.
When you fit tropes like that, and that's bad nepotism. Oh yeah, you know such and such. He got me the job. Bad nepotism. Frankly, not caring at all. Like, oh yeah, this is my. I'm good. Such and such is the boss. He hired me. Bad. Like those are literal tropes. Bad nepotism.
And fun fact: she just released a book. She sold like maybe 1,000 copies in like the first month.
That shit,
bad.
That shit didn't even go oxygen. That bitch went double fake wood.
Yeah, she's gonna be owning that publishing company a lot of money.
Damn, and like, of course, white people ruin it. Black people do it too, because I've worked in a company where the guy who owned the company gave his wife a position, and they sucked at the tail. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I don't know how good they were, but they got on my damn nerves at the Hornets. Michael Jordan's brothers and sisters work at the Hornets don't know what the fuck they do, but they annoy the fuck out of me when I was there. They would just walk, and so every night I had my staff clean up, and then the cleaning crew at the end came.
Yeah.
They made sure that the seats was cleaned or like wiped or whatever. We just got the trash and the plates up.
Yeah.
So like,
just like the ballpark.
Yeah. But these people, like, they're super professional. Like, they had gadgets on their back. They look like Ratchet and Clank. No, for real, they look like Super Mario Sunshine.
The year I was there was the guy who had the backpack vacuum cleaner.
So there was one guy. All these niggas had
all
it. All the niggas had it.
Damn.
Like
high speed shit.
I was about to say every single section. So we probably had like 7 or 8 sections. So they had like 2 people on each section. All 14 of them niggas had it.
That's some next level shit.
So this is clean. Me and John sometimes come in and just walk and just to see if anything's out of place or whoop-de-whoop. So my boss comes, and this happened 2 or 3 times. Oh my God, Michael Jordan's brother. Oh my God, Michael Jordan's her sister is here. What are they doing here? They're coming to make sure everything is okay, and they always find something wrong. Y'all gotta go hide in the pantry. Go hide in a pantry. I'm doing my fucking job, but like I don't. And sure enough, they found something that was wrong, but it wasn't even applied to us. But it was like, yeah, y'all work around here though, right? Y'all should something. So y'all get paid to do nothing. Y'all are only here. If Michael Jordan didn't own this, would y'all be doing this?
Yeah.
And like I was pissed one day because it was before a busy game. Like we had to set up. Like me and John was putting menus out to roughly every seat, not every seat. That shit was huge. But like, oh yeah, y'all gotta stop. They're coming. The doors open in 30 minutes. But no, you still gotta do what you do. So they're preventing us from doing their job because they want to feel important.
So to me, it's like I would want to see the people doing their jobs. If I'm walking through and I'm supposed to be like, to see what's wrong or what's going right in the facility, I would want to see you doing your fucking job. I wouldn't want to be like, oh, no one's in here. Like, what the fuck?
And that's why it's just like, it's straight nepotism. It's like I got pissed. I almost melted down because my boss had, like I was yelling at my boss, how about if they go work at the damn Lakers, I'd be impressed. If they walk their ass down to the Falcons' new stadium and get a job, I'd be impressed. They think they doing something because they brother own this. Let Michael Jordan sell the team and let me see if they still walking around here. I'll be impressed. Like that was nepotism. I don't even think they had a real position because nobody can tell me what they did. I don't even know what they were looking for, bro. Like I don't know who they were. They were just Michael Jordan's brother and sister. Like that was nepotism. And finest, at its worst, at its finest, bro, you're preventing the hardworking people to actually do their job. And you're just doing this because you can. That's it. You're just doing it because you can.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't even an everyday thing. This was just like
Every
probably
day.
once a month. Like I don't.
I mean, but that's just as bad. Like when corporate comes into a facility and they're like, I understand that their job is like seeing if the shit is running it up to regs, but like sometimes like shit's going left. So some shit's not gonna be right. It is what it is.
I hate that, but I will give a slight edge because like where I work at now, they do that.
But time, like I'm saying, like that's like that, but times two.
Oh, I'm about to say, I'm about to say, at least I get the satisfaction of, some people probably work their way up. Like people do work their way up, and while some people nitpick because they done it. Like at my job, somebody came, he was like, yeah, he used to work catering for 10 years, and then he worked like he sees something. He sees something of something. So it's like he knows what he's talking about. I promise these niggas have not worked catering. I promise you. So the day Michael Jordan became Air Jordan, they never worked again. Like,
shit.
Like,
if my brother makes it to the league, I'm not working either.
And so that's why it's and you didn't disagree, but that's the times two part. It's like you're not even experienced in this. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
One day they tried to tell us about serving. Like, yeah, we prefer if your servers do this. That's literally impossible, guy. I forgot what it was, but he wanted to hold a server. That's literally impossible, guy. And I did what I do best. Okay, heard you out.
That's like, for me, oh my god, if someone walks in my kitchen and tells me how to cook, and I know you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, oh my god.
That's nepotism.
Top tier.
But
that's the quickest way for me to be like, fuck you.
But on the flip side, I guess why I'm so for nepotism is when I get the position, I'm gonna be a nepotist. I'm not blankly gonna put, oh yeah, well, what's your work experience? I worked at McDonald's. Boom, you're gonna be my head of whatever. But like, yeah, I'm gonna plan on putting people. I'm planning on giving them a chance. That's something rough.
I don't think that's the same thing. I do not think that's the same thing.
If it fails, would you have felt that it's different?
What I'm saying is, as long as you're not putting them in a position that is way above where they're even close to being at, like if they're 2 steps away, right, from the position you're giving them, that's okay. But if you're giving them 5 steps, 6 steps ahead,
you weren't even a part of the job.
Or they're not even in the field at all. You gave them a shot. Like, come on now. Come on now.
That's true.
You could have found something else to do.
That's true nepotism, but that's also people abusing their tenure. So like, I'm on the experience and the nepotism stuff for the fact that I hate tenure. Just the names. I hate that there's positions at jobs called tenure.
A tenure position.
Yeah, like
it's a squishy job. That's what it is.
And it basically gives you the permission to be less than. I'm just being dead.
The tenure position is literally there for you to coast out till you retire.
I swear to you.
Let's be honest.
I know.
That's why they have it there at the company. It's like, hey, you've been here a long time. We're gonna look out for you. Here's this position.
I was watching this one video where scientists were pissed off about it because it was like, name me a scientist with tenure that ever came up with something. Yeah, I bet you can. Like, because the fire is gone. Like, I'm good, bro. I'm about to just show up here. I'm gonna show up for y'all looking for 8. I give y'all 6. I give y'all about 6 of it. And I hate it. I hate tenure.
That's funny.
Because for me, depending on where you're at, you should not wear it as a badge of pride to have X amount of years. Like in Compass, you're gonna meet them, old folks who's just catering, not head caterers, not captains. I've been here for 20 years, so I know what I'm talking about. You've been here for 20 years in the same position as me. I doubt that you do.
Yeah. I mean, and I'll be fair, sometimes you just don't get a good look. You know, sometimes people just never get the opportunity to move up. It happens. there's this one lady at my job, Miss Ola, could easily have been at least at one point been the manager of the of the school. That was before Congress got there, but she could have easily had been in a management role in some form. And she still just does the salad bar, but she knows the ins and outs of the salad bar, how to order for it, how much produce they go through. I go to her and ask, hey, what are the kids eating? How much do you need? How much do you got to eat? You want me to cut back? Yeah. She knows her section to a fault. So it easily could have been something else, but maybe never got that look.
This isn't me disagreeing with you. I'm just asking, do you think she's never been given any sort of look of any sort?
Well, so she is the lead of that section, so she has gotten a look before. But I'm saying like, she might have. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like, easily could have been a kitchen manager at some point. Easily could have been. And as far as I know, she's never been.
And I'm only speaking because I know two people. One at the job I'm at now. I think she's a head captain of catering or captain of catering. Been there for 25 years. She's there for so long that if she works for the year, she builds up a month and some change of PTO, of vacation time. That's how long she's been there. And so like she wears it as a pride. Oh, yeah, I've been here X amount of years. Whoop-de-whoop. Well, you should have worked your way up. And it's like before we started talking, they're like, they have you under the influence. Oh yeah, nobody ever works their way up here. They always do this. They always do that. Come to find out, she got the catering manager job.
Turn it down.
Failed at it.
Oh. That's even worse.
It's come to find out, she failed so badly. She did the compass thing. She wasn't fired. She stepped down. So and then she went back to. And so it's like, this is your ceiling. And so she knows everything. And I think through the years she's gotten better. Like she mentally could do the job now per se in a vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
But you were given your chance, hombre, and you failed.
But that's totally different.
And that's why I was like, I don't know Ola's situation because I'm just gonna speak for me. To be completely honest, I've never been in a complete situation where I'm stuck exactly where I'm at. I'm not saying that that's not true because I know that to be true, but I've worked my way up quickly. Hell, all my friends tell me you become manager pretty quick. Yeah, being at that bottom shit ain't for me. I don't. The first opportunity, I'm talking like the first opportunity I see, if I see a manager get sent home, something, bro, I'm an opportunist. Hey, I mean, what do they do? Can I do it? I'm an opportunist. First, if I smell blood in the water, I'm attacking.
Especially when I don't like your ass.
Yeah, when I was at the ballpark, there was so the reason I worked my way up to captain in a month and some change is because my homeboy Justin, Justin half and half.
Yeah.
He was going to college, and he was just going to college. He was going to ECU. So, when you first go to college freshman year, that's like, he left like August 2nd, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And so, the ballpark is open till like the first week of September. So, like, I knew this beforehand. He told them like 2 or 3 weeks. I think he put in a 3-week notice. I was chilling, me, John, and Perry, who was chilling in the back, eating Dippin' Dots on the way. We was chilling, but like our sections was wrapped up, like we were actually done. We was
no, I believe you. I'm just saying, I never got no Dippin' Dots there. 2 years.
And so Jack and Meg, my manager, and the another manager, my managers, who walked in on us. It was like, oh, what do y'all do? Whoop-de-whoop. I took my opportunity there. I was like, so Justin's not going to be here. Or do you know who's going to get his job? And never forget, this is all my mama went this way up. I asked John Major. Jackson was like, what, do you want his job? To be honest, I want your job. But I will settle for less. I'll settle for this right now.
I don't know. If someone said that shit to me, I'd be like, you know what, motherfucker?
I don't be honest. I thought I was like, damn, I gotta set precedent. Don't back down there. Jackson took off the walkie-talkie. He was like, I want to sit and eat Dippin' Dots here. And that's basically in a nutshell how I've worked my way up every single time. I've been that blunt. I've been this or whatever. People like it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why people like it. If somebody did it to me, I would hate it. But if people like it, I've seen the opportunity and I took it.
I prefer someone to be upfront with me. Tell me like what's really fucking up. I don't know. I don't like that weaselly behind the back. Nah. Tell me what you want.
I've always done it that way because I don't even want to leave it to doubt. I don't think it ever crossed their mind for me to do it. I think it was one of those things when we get there, we'll get there. And you know what? If I end debate now, there's no competition. And let me go ahead and snatch it. So that's how I've worked through whatever. Like I just got a promotion at the job that I hate. You know that I hate it. It's documented the stuff that. Why the hell would they even give me the damn job? Why would y'all promote me? What they shit that
obviously you doing some shit right.
And so it's like
they know you don't like it.
They know it. I've told them up front that I don't like them or the job. And so it's like I've worked my way up by accident again. Now it's not a management job, but it's more money and it's a cushier job. That's a promotion by all indications in my book. So I've never seen somebody specifically be great at the job and never given the chance. There was another girl, she was mad annoying.
Yeah, I remember.
She was mad annoying. She was great at her job and she did her job well, right?
Mm-hmm.
She used to be HR manager, but she failed at that.
Oh really?
Yes, did not know that either. John didn't even know it. Somebody told us, oh, now you're overcompensating by being such a workaholic in catering. No, homegirl, it does not measure up.
Damn. Imagine being demoted that bad. Or stepping down.
Yep. And it's just like when people see it, and I've never told nobody that. And it's like I didn't trash the girl even though I wanted to because she pissed me off one day. But people was like, oh yeah, they don't let her be captains and they sexist. They only choose guys. This and that. They never choose women. This and that.
No, she was bad at being the fucking HR manager.
Yep.
Why would we make her the fucking
and it's just
anything else?
And that's dead ass. It's like, so she never got the opportunity per se to be captain. Bro, she had her time to prove that she could be if she did that job well, she wouldn't even been in catering.
Yeah.
First,
she would have been at a total different pay grade.
She failed. Like, and when you got that, this is probably where work's fucked up. Once you get that stench of a failure, you gotta leave. If you want to be taken seriously, you gotta leave.
I think you can stick it out, but you have to go above and beyond. You have to prove yourself over and over and people are going to constantly throw it in your face. But it can be done. But
so I'm not knocking Miss Ola. Maybe she'll get her chance before she rides off into the sunset.
Miss Ola maybe got another year of working there.
Oh well.
She is like she told me her house paid off now. It don't matter.
Oh, it's over for y'all suckers. It's over for y'all suckers.
It don't really matter no more. Alright.
I've never seen with my own eyes that working X amount of years you didn't move up. If I get there and you've worked X amount of years and I moved up, I stay away from you. Or I don't stay away. Your advice means little to nothing to me, and that's.
I'll hear you out. Sometimes you might know like some little tricks of the trade that you might not know quite yet.
That's what I look out for, but just in general.
Yeah.
This is how you move around the job. This is how you get by. Well, you just been getting by. I'm trying to get up.
Obviously, you ain't do something right, big dog.
And so that's why, I'm against it. I'm against giving people promotions because most of the time, if you promote somebody for being there for 10 or 15 years, typically you can't find nobody for the position anyway. Somebody who you really wanted.
Yeah.
So you're already picking from not a great bunch, but it's just like they just came here and went to work. That doesn't make them
good.
Yeah. Like if you thought that they were that good, why didn't you give it to them 5 years ago?
I guess I'm kind of contradicting myself in my philosophy because I always say it's always better to promote for within the company. Number one, it's cheaper. It's fucking cheaper.
I did a full spill about that. Don't know what episode, but I know the clip is on YouTube.
Yeah.
That was our first comment.
Yeah, like so I always say like you should promote within the company. I think that is your best option instead of looking outside the company because then you always have to do all this extra training to get them up to like the basic level. Then you have to do management training on top of that. That's a lot of fucking money.
Then you need to do company training. Like regardless of how good somebody is, I could get the motherfucking accountant for Bill Gates. But if I run a gaming company, he's good at the numbers, but this is different stuff and different lingo.
He can do the work.
Yeah.
He has to know all the ins and outs of how this company runs.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like, it's always better to promote from within the company. Sometimes you don't have that fucking choice. But at the same time, we're talking about like, sometimes you have to go outside because the people you have in your company ass. You have to make that decision.
I'm not outwardly against hiring in a company. I prefer that. This isn't me contradicting myself.
No, I'm saying
but
my own convictions.
Yeah, but just based off what I said, like, if you're there for 10 or 15 years, why would you give it to them? I just look at it as if they had potential. Like, you should know within a year to 5 years. Oh, I've never been nowhere for 5 years. But all the jobs that I've ever became a manager of, people have told me beforehand, yeah, you look pretty good. Man, if you keep it up, you're going to say whoopie whoop. They told me beforehand. Every job I became manager of, I've known within 2 months that I was going to move my way up. It won't no 3-year crap, this 4-year crap. Like, it just doesn't. And knowing what I know now, if me and John would have stayed at the Hornets, I probably would have been working under, like, I would have moved up 2 or 3 times by now. I know this for facts. But I don't do this damn 2 or 3 year crap. I come and show out. So I'm for hiring within, but you should know it doesn't just yeah, I think you'd be good for it. If it's been 2 or 3 years and you never thought of them that way, they probably just not it.
Well, okay, what are the positions that's been filled for those 10 years?
Sometimes you still know.
I mean, like, because like currently.
Yeah.
Now I haven't been there a full year yet, but there's certain people in my facility where I'm like, oh yeah, you can easily do that, and they've been here multiple years.
Yeah.
But number one's a new company. Number two, they haven't had the opportunity because beforehand it was someone else was in that position.
Yeah.
Or the position didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
So, like our catering, we're trying to hire a catering cook, and I'm trying to get one of my favorite cooks in the kitchen to get that position, and for her to get the money that she deserves, because I think she has the potential, whatever. But and she's been there for a minute, but
yeah, that's obviously come up. But I think this is my favorite thing when I talk about sports. So one, you still know, even if I have say like I have a cook in place and I like them, I still know by looking at this other one, damn, it's pretty good. Like something. So if anything ever came up, but this is how you know when you know. Nobody's at work 24/7. I'm not talking about your off days. I'm talking like when you're scheduled, something's gonna happen when it comes up. When the head chef wasn't there, were you the one that they elected to step up, or like?
Did you come up with a solution?
Not
get fire out there.
That, but like, did you go to them and was like, hey, the head chef's not here, I need something from you? I've been that person. I've been the person whose manager's not there, and my manager's boss comes to me and was like, whoop's not here. So pretty much, we expect big things out of you, so here's your chance to show us a little something. Sometimes you just know. So like,
and my thing is, I try to put the people that I think are qualified enough or have the potential. I try to put them in those positions as much as possible.
Yep.
And make sure people go look for them in the situations, because then the people who need to see that kind of because my word only goes so far. I only have so much pull in that kitchen.
Yeah.
So I like to put people in positions so that they can be, have the spotlight shown what's going on.
And people that work need to understand. I had these 2 white girls, and I like them a lot. And like, I don't hate them now, but like, I always had them do extra work. I had them stay at work longer. If I needed people to come to work, I had them come to work earlier, and they hated it. And like outside, I get why they hated it, but I picked them because they were dependable. And then when I wasn't, so one day I wasn't there, both of them helped run picnic and helped do the other stuff or whatever. And I had to let them know, I pick you because I have the most faith in you. If I'm not here, y'all should be the people running it. And so like when I explained it to them, it was, but like, for y'all to get to that point, I need for y'all to do more work. Like if I ever have manager, or if it's ever some of my duties and I need to delegate some, I need for you to do some of the duties that I do that needs delegating. But people in the workforce don't get it. Some people look at it as, oh, they're just working me, they're doing this, they only do it because I say yeah. That's true sometimes too.
Yeah.
Don't be a working sucker.
People will abuse you and use you.
But sometimes people see something in you
Mhm.
and just prepping you to get ready at it.
And one thing I do, and I think I don't think it's a very traditional thing to do as a manager, but I think it's fucking better. I sit them down and I talk to them. I'm like, hey, I'm doing this because of this, this, and this. I'll do it a few times beforehand to see if it's even worth my time. But then eventually, when I know, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna sit you down and talk to you. Hey, I'm trying to set you up. I'm trying to give you as much experience I can give you. Teach you as much as I can. So if I leave or if something a position opens up for you, that you're in the position to make that move.
I see why that's uncommon because I've done the same. Hell, I've had full rap sessions, not actual rapping, but just talking. Like I do that. I think I did every day at picnic. Hey, everybody come around. I'll say some stuff. I'll acknowledge some people. Whoop de whoop. I tell them what's going on, and then I would do it individually. But like that builds a culture. Like let me put this in perspective for you. I'm not gassing myself up. I worked outside in fucking summertime in all black with probably no less than about 150 people every single day, and upwards of I think my most was 800 people. And so it gets hot as hell outside. When it rains sideways, we don't have adequate protection, so we're getting rained on. I've had people turn away upstairs in the AC in a building in climate control just to come work with me because they want to come work with me. And it's like it was at John's expense. Not gonna lie to you, John will remember, but he was so baffled. He was like, "You want to go outside in 100-degree weather than to work up here?" But they fucked with me, like they just did. I have no reason why, but like they did their job.
I just feel like when you were a real nigga,
I told them what needed to be told. My huge thing that I've always ever done was if I don't know it, I'm gonna tell you I don't know it, but I'm gonna figure it out. That's my huge.
I am quick to tell my people, hey dog, I don't have an answer right now. Give me 30 minutes and I got you.
Yes, I swear to you, I used to come to them, all right, so I got boom. So we don't have hamburgers. Why? Because the fridge not cold. Oh, so what are we gonna do? Yep, that's the part that I'm stuck into. I told y'all the height of my information. So I'm about to go handle that, and y'all just handle me telling my other two people, the two white girls, make sure everything out here is good. Like, boom. I don't know how long I'm gonna be because I don't know what the fuck I'm even doing yet. So I was upfront, and it's like, you know what? I used to tell them niggas something. Hey, I'm about to leave real fast. What you about to go do? I'm about to go play Pokemon Go. We got damn, bro. They fucked me. I did not lie. Come to find out that like my other niggas like Perry and Ken, sometimes they will lie and not tell. I'm not against that, cause like what dumbass person tells me you're goofing off? Bro, I ain't got no shame, bro. Y'all know how I rock. You ain't working hard 24/7. It died down. Like this will be at the end too. Like, like towards the last 30 minutes while we're open, it died down. This battle about to take 5 minutes. Bro, I'm about to do.
I would do the same thing. You can go to the gym on the corner.
And like people look at it, it's so unconventional. And I've never had management experience before then, but I just was a real nigga.
You just gotta be genuinely yourself, and people will fuck with you. And that's how it is in life. That's how it is at the fucking workforce. You know.
I want to go on the flip side of experience. Mm-hmm. I want to talk about the people who haven't been there long, who don't have it, but have it. Who's just that guy. Who's just that guy. And so like where you're at now. Have you been there for a year? Have you been there for a year?
No, a year would be August.
So you've been there for less than a year. And like how you just said, your word doesn't go far because you're the new guy. But it's obvious that you're probably one of the best that they had.
It's gonna sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but that facility would have shut down if I didn't stay.
Like
no way. There's no way we would have kept going.
So I get that. Oh yeah, we can't listen to Antonio for too much because he's new, bro. At some point, his word is bond because he's the best thing we got going right now.
And like there are certain people in there, Ernie, Pam. Whatever I say goes. If I say, hey, that's not gonna work, they'd be like, okay.
And
but there's other people in there who don't be listening. And I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna let it burn.
When you're that guy, you're that guy. I think of the world in sports. I think of the it is the it, but like in sports, people draft rookies, lead their teams. Of men who've been playing 10 or 11 years. And sometimes, hey, that nigga's that guy. I'm probably 32, been in the league for 11 years, but he's 19 and he's that guy. Like he's just my captain. Like it's just the teams that do the well ride behind him. The teams that do the worst, not always just do the worst, but you can tell teams fall apart because niggas be hating. Because like something's up there, I'm not taking. I've been here for X, Y, and Z. You've been here for 11 years, but you've never been that guy. He's been here for he's been playing for less than 3 months. You know that, like, and that's how I look at work in sports. Sometimes he's that guy. Like, and I'm not saying that you're bad. I'm not saying you're bad at your job for the past 10 years. You were a good chef for 10 years here. But that guy's that guy. And you will face that. Like, yeah, whatever you do in life, unless you are that guy,
people will be better than you. Even if you are that guy, there's someone who's a better guy than you.
Who's going to be that guy. Now, I don't know how many people ran into that, but I ran into it in wrestling, the worst place that you want to run into it. I thought I was pretty damn good. Still do think I'm pretty damn good. I think it was just like that. I think it was little cheat code. I can't think of a video game character that embodies him. I'm going to say Sephiroth. I think it was OP. Everything I did seemed to have a counter for it. I tried to crane him. He saw it, tried to take him down, took me down. Don't know how it happened. I was down on bottom and went for top. I tried to shoot up. So he guessed which leg that I was going to kick out and grabbed it. And so I fell straight down because he took all the, like, he was just that guy.
Speaking of the wrestling thing, there was this one kid. Me and him probably had the same skill level. He was just a fucking gorilla. He's just
that
fucking
guy.
Strong.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's nothing I can do about this.
Sometimes you have, and that's when I discuss sports. And like people think I hate on athletes. Believe me, I don't hate on athletes. Ain't shit that they got that I can't have and that I want. But it's it. And when people, what is it? They do X, Y, and Z. I guess my best example is I don't think Steph Curry is the greatest like that. What you mean he's what dude? He is, but he doesn't have it. He's the best shooter. He assists well. He was won titles. He's this, but he don't have it.
He doesn't have star power.
It's weird because like he's top 5 in the league, which is true, but he doesn't have.
Shit, I might put him in my top 3.
He doesn't have it. Like it's something about
he just doesn't have the superstar swag about him. But that's, I don't know, that's not the same thing.
But no, and he doesn't have the swag, but it's it on the game. Giannis, Curry was a bad example, but like Giannis and KD is a better player than Giannis. He's better all around. Giannis has it. Like KD is he's better at shooting, better at deep shooting, better at free throws. It's a wash at assists. Giannis is great at the post, but KD is still very good at going in the post. Giannis won with the Bucks. KD wins like he has it. I can't explain what it is, but he has it.
It's the work ethic. It's just it.
Me and my uncle have debated it, and we don't. And like we both flip sides each time. We don't know if you're born with it. We don't know if your environment gave you it.
I think you could be all of the above. Sometimes people are just born with that leader gene, the superstar gene. Like you just got it. And some people you come from hard come ups,
and you had to work so hard that you found it. And it's like I don't know what it is, but how sports imitate life. In life, people have it and some people have it. And this isn't tooting my own horn because I hate leading. I hate having to be in charge. I hate people. I hate the situation dependent on me. But I found myself in it because I'm great at it. And when people hear it's like, but you're always in charge. Because it just happens. I don't like doing it. My main function is mute. I like to be aloof. I like to just fade the background and just do the work. That's how I really want to be. But I'll be thrust in the role of leader and I excel at it because I just have a unique way of having people follow me. Like I don't know this for facts because it's never happened, but I feel like I can command a troop into the depths of hell and back. Like And it's just,
The trick is to keep them laughing.
maybe that. I'm about to say I'm great with people, but I hate people. God, I wish I had a different it. I wish my it was basketball.
But I think you still have to be good with people.
And so, like, yeah, sometimes a person has minimum experience, but you still get the rub, and it's fucked up. I can't imagine a job where somebody's been working hard to get promoted, and you give it to the new guy, but sometimes you know. And if the bottom line is for the job to be done well and for the business to succeed, should the person with it just get it, or should the person who's worked hard for X amount of years get it?
I think they both should get an equal look.
I respect that. I respect that. How about I say? Because some people will just dismiss the new guy because he's new. I can't do that.
Yeah. No. I think if I think two candidates have the potential to take the role, they have to be looked at equally, even if whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to give them both the chance to be who they are. And if you're the employee that got looked over, right? You would be upset, I would be upset. And I've been the person that's been looked over.
I've been looked over
I've been the
plenty
better
of
pick.
times.
I've been the better pick multiple times. You have to look at it, especially if the person gets in that position and excels in the position, you gotta let it go. Now, they get in the position they ask, you have the right to be upset.
You have a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
And that's my bigger thing. Like, if you give it to a guy with less experience and he booms at it, well, I guess the main thing is the manager. You got to go talk to whoever. I guess the new guy wouldn't be pissed. But just be transparent. Don't try to be funny about it. Don't try to hide it. That's what I would explain. I would explain to the guy, if I gave it to the newer guy, they both had, I would explain to him. And like, I would put in I wouldn't have said it exactly, but I would have got the point across that he has a huge upside. I think he's gonna really excel at this job. It's up to something. You know, when jobs really like you, they make a position for you. If that's a capability, I would do that. But I'd be upfront, and I would be upfront with him. If you want to resign or put in your 2 weeks, I'll understand that as well. Just for the fact that it was a hard choice, and that's a hard pill to swallow.
I tell my employees to leave all the time.
Shit, I tell niggas at my job leave off damn time. Well, I've told so many people that I'm damn near the last nigga there.
But still there, huh?
I'm trying to leave and take the shot with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I don't think that ever really gets acknowledged a lot. But like, you don't need to do something for X amount of years to be great at it. Sometimes you can just be very good to great. When you, like, I don't think that gets enough recognition on that. Like, maybe you could come straight out of college and just be great at it.
Look, the perfect example of this is another sports one. Is LeBron James. He came out of high school and was, dunking on niggas who were 25, 30, and making them look like little boys.
And they were actually pissed about. No, people were actually pissed. Like, you can go back and look, and they were saying that, like, this is a disgrace. They got this kid doing. Before the first Cavs game, there was a guy, I can't think of his name, goes to show, but he made the All-Star game like 2 or 3 times. And he said that LeBron kid, he wants to come prove himself. And I'm still here with you. LeBron, his first game is epic. He went like 26-8, his first game ever. And the other guy went like 14 or whatever. Yep. What? The baton has just been passed in front of us.
And I don't even think it's bad for you to say, hey, you got to prove yourself. I don't think that's a bad thing to say.
But when they do it, don't hate when he do it.
Yeah.
Because I think the guy ended up getting. I know he ended up getting traded because he was hating. Like he was hating. He was actually pissed that because he was captain. He was the leader of the team. I think he just made the All-Star game the year before. So like he was the guy on this ass team.
Yeah.
And so like he just got upstage, and it's nothing wrong with that. There's gonna be a day where there's another guy. If you're that person, if you're the LeBron at what you do, there's no way that you really know. But if you are the LeBron, age is going to catch up. LeBron isn't the LeBron of the league. He's still LeBron, but he's not the best player in the league, and that's okay. I respect LeBron because he's aged gracefully, and he's not constantly trying to put down other people at the expense of his own ego.
And he's still pretty consistent.
He's still top 5.
Yeah.
But he was reigning number 1 for so long. When people say, oh yeah, he's like number 4, it's kind of disrespectful because he's been number 1 for so long. But he uplifts. He doesn't try to keep Giannis down. He didn't try to keep Curry down. Try to keep them down when they played each other. But don't.
But that's the thing about LeBron. And this is off topic, but I like LeBron because when he's in like playoff mode, he does not like them niggas.
And it's like he's still gonna give it his all. And once again, sports imitates life. That's what you should do. You should still give it your all. Because they're not necessarily okay. They could be trying to replace you, but to let them know that I'm still that guy. It ain't no replacing this.
Every now and then you gotta put up 40. You know what I'm saying? In life, every now and then you gotta shoot them niggas. I can still put up 40.
And we focus on sports because it's easy for me to talk about, but that's what my coach always said. And I remember I had this one O-line coach in high school, and he always talked about if somebody has a spot that you want, don't pout about it, or because he took me out. He took me out my 11th grade year. That's when I fucked my knee up. And he still fucked up then. But I pouted like a little bitch because I was upset. His son, all because we took you out don't make it permanent. Hey, go work your way back up and go take that shit. Go let us know, because this was defense and he was offense. Go remind them who you are. You can do that in the workforce. Don't pout. I'm not coming back and do. Show them who you are.
Yep.
Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe the guy with it doesn't have enough it to overdo you. But there will be a time and age where age gracefully, uplift the person. Don't stymie other people.
Don't be the crab in the bucket.
Oh yeah. Oh, he got 1 year under his belt, and they trying to promote him. Don't kick the legs under the promotion just because.
Especially y'all all black. Like, come on now.
And like, that's what I hate the most. You're gonna get phased out soon enough. That's what life is. As humans, we live at most. Well, not at most, but like 100 years is give and take a long time. Most people don't get to see that.
That's
so
pretty much the top of your expectancy.
Yeah. So it's like you're gonna get pushed out. It's eventually gonna happen. Maybe if you get pushed out of that, you can get more of a leadership role, a mentor role, this or that. You can find a different niche.
Shit, even if you got looked over for this position, right? Maybe it was meant for you to leave the company and find another place to work at, and get the position that you really, really want, at a company that you really, really like. You might only kind of like this job. Let's be honest.
In the best case scenario, go back to my point of like the up and coming kid with it and the guy that's worked there for years for this one position. If I give it to the kid with it, in a perfect world, the guy left, he got the position somewhere else and excelled at that. So both y'all excelled at y'all's job. Just here at this moment was not right for you.
Mm-hmm.
Go get more. I wanted to speak on. I want to circle back to when we were talking about Ola, and it was like just having it. I don't believe people who have it or people with real burning passion. You don't really. People with that burning passion or it isn't going to wait 10 years, X amount of years to get their chance.
I think that some of that is because it's just that small town mentality. There's not a lot of opportunities there. That job pays, is consistent. There's always going to be opportunity there, no matter what. So people get locked into those kind of positions because they have responsibilities and a life, and and especially once you get past, from what I heard, when you get past 30, you stop trying to leave jobs.
And I do get that, but that's from some people. I've heard it that way, but then I had this guy, my mentor, and also my professor. The motherfucker leaves a job now. He ain't about leaving his job to go he left being GM of the team just because it's whatever. And it's like he's worked at like 10 different states just because this is the name of the game. Like, I guess some people don't know the rules of the game. They get harped up in their feelings. Yeah, and sometimes you take positions, sometimes your positions get taken. People will say, as you can tell, that the podcast got cut by accident. There was a little technical difficulties. It happens. We lost the last 5 minutes. But I'm here just to let you know. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the rest of our content. And hopefully technology don't fail us last time.